Karl Lentz case is finally getting some media attention, so that means we finally have some more information about what's going on. From the Augusta Free Press, Waynesboro man in custody in animal cruelty case, dogs, cats, ducks in awful living conditions. Waynesboro man is in custody on animal cruelty charges after authorities seized more than 40 animals living in awful conditions and found more than 24 deceased animals on an Augusta County property. Karl Lentz, 59, was arrested last week on a single count of animal cruelty and since has been charged with 5 additional counts, according to the sheriff's office. Lentz is being held without bond at Middle River Regional Jail. An anonymous call to Augusta County Animal Control on Friday from a person who had recently purchased a dog from Lentz sparked an investigation by authorities, who located 2 dogs that appeared to be living inside a vehicle without food or water. There were several other dogs that appeared to be in poor condition on the farm, according to a report from the sheriff's office. Animal Control initially seized the 2 dogs that were in the vehicle, and sheriff's deputies arrested Lentz. After obtaining a search warrant, Animal Control found 8 dogs and 20 cats deceased throughout the property and found and seized 28 dogs, 13 cats, and 6 ducks from the property. A temporary emergency shelter for the seized animals has been established at the Augusta County Government Center in Verona. 4 of the cats have subsequently had to be euthanized, and 1 dog had to have a leg amputated. The investigation is still considered active, and they're asking if anybody has more information to contact the sheriff's office. Another article includes detail that several of the cats had to be euthanized and 1 dog had to have its leg amputated. This is an article talking about the animal shelter that took the Karl's animals. The animal shelter has taken in 47 animals after they were seized from the farm. I had coordinated a vet to come out Saturday morning to assess all of the animals, and she did have to euthanize 4 kittens. The dogs were very healthy. They were not socialized with friendly animals. The only dog that needed additional treatment was a collie that had to have its leg amputated due to a really bad infection. The cats and the kittens, on the other hand, were not in the best of shape. Hilbert said that this is the second large seizure the shelter had received in the past year. In February of last year, the shelter closed due to short staffing, but he claims that they've recovered and they have open positions. This other article seems to have a lot more details. In addition to the 47 dogs, cats, and ducks seized on the property, Animal Control found nearly 30 dead cats and dogs in freezers. The seized animals are being cared for at the shelter. Blah, blah. During a contentious 2.5-hour hearing, Lentz disputed ownership of all the animals and findings of an animal control officer concerning the health of the dogs, cats, and ducks. Animal control officer testified for about an hour, offering details of the conditions of the dogs and cats seized from Karl's property on the night of June 2nd. She spoke of undernourished animals infested with fleas and ticks and suffering from severe eye problems, including corneal injuries and eyes crusted shut with infection. Some of the dogs also had fractured teeth and infected teeth. Another issue was upper respiratory infections. A consistent problem was that the animals lacked familiarity with humans. Wilkins said one of the dogs taken from the property had an infected hind leg. The dog had a pin holding the broken leg in place, but the pin had not been removed. The 2-year-old collie required leg amputation and also suffered from flea and tick infestation. The animal control officer also testified that the animals did not have available food and water sources. She said that any water available was stale or dirty. Lentz disputed the reports. He said there were hundreds of pounds of meat, rice, and lard on the property. The accused man told the judge while pictures were taken of the animals, none showed the flea and tick infestation. He told the seizure that he had not been able to provide witnesses in his defense. Meanwhile, the docket confirms what the news is saying. They did add 5 more felonies. The next hearing is September 11th, so in about 3 months. So we'll see what happens.